And we've got another gloomy day in Florida. Hooray! Today, we are revisiting the Chump car, whatever you want to call it, Chump car. I like calling it Chump car. That's what it used to be called, that's what it was called, and I decided I wanted to do it, so it's a Chump car. But anyway, this is the Chump car. It's been sitting neglected. Ben got this car running and driving with a cage and everything, blew the motor up. So if you guys recall, this was a long time ago, we started this build and we put a VVT NB 1.8 engine in it, full MB wiring. They put an MB dash in it, but I think there's no dash crossbar. So we're gonna have to weld one of those in. We've got some welding to do on the cage. Needs like diff, axles, front suspension gone through, coilovers, obviously body panel. We got a lot to do still to this thing, but we want to get started on it. We're kind of at a lull with our project, so we figure might as well start on this thing. Oh, and perfect timing. I think David's here. I don't know if you know it or not, but we're working on the Chump car today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's funny because I was working on it like months ago.
Yeah. No, that's the whole point. I was like, David's coming over. We should start working on the Chump car again.
Sweet.
Ben's like, you shouldn't buy a truck because we have so much stuff to do. We need to get the Chump car done.
Buy the truck. I just think you should wait till you find one you actually want.
And you said we have so much to do.
Your Miata's not even done.
Exactly, and we need to work on the Chump car. So I said, let's work on the Chump car. And here we are trying to work on the Chump car, and Ben's making this like it's my fault. That we have to work on the car that we've been supposed to work on for months.
Why would you do that?
We just need to go to work for it. See if we get it running again.
We need to get the rear diff in, axles, front suspension stuff needs to get done. I've got coilovers that I can throw together so we can throw those on it.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Look at Ben using the locks like an adult.
Safety, what's that?
I do everything like an adult. I'm an adult.
Yeah, okay. I just don't even remember like where we left off, you know?
We literally just slapped the motor in it and got it running.
Yeah, the motor and wiring harness.
And we painted the cage.
Yeah, now we gotta scrub the cage down too, weld
We
that.
pretty much did as much stuff in one day. It was big progress.
Yeah. We were like, look at how much we got done.
It looks so much better. The motor's in there. I remember taking stuff off the front.
Yeah, we spent like...
brakes, it needs ball joints and tie rods.
Oh dude, these frame rails are minty though.
That's because I off-roaded it.
Oh, that's this guy.
This is the car I ran into the tree at the ranch.
Yeah, because the frame rails are mint. You think these frame rails will pass tech?
What do you mean? You just put the stiffeners on them. I'm sure it's not as good as like destroyed frame rails, but
True.
good enough for us. Clean off all the spiders.
Yeah, clean off the spiders. Should be high on the priority list. Okay, good news. We actually have more parts than we thought because I got a bunch of power stop brake stuff for this car. So I got 2 sets of pretty much everything. So pads and rotors. But since I'm switching to the bigger Willwoods, I can't use any of it. So we have a whole set of that over here. So we'll have track pads and stuff for this car. Nice power stop stuff. Ben sold the torsion that we were gonna put in this car.
We talked about that.
No, we're gonna put an open.
Apparently now we're super advanced track drivers. A month ago we weren't.
I'm just saying we've learned a lot from go-karting. So that might, now I feel like we might do well in a car and need a limited slip. We're gonna put open diff in it. And we're gonna see how it is, and if it causes limitations, which it probably will, because it's gonna want to lift the inside tire. We'll find out. It doesn't matter. We'll test it out. We'll let you guys know if you can use an open diff on a non-turbo Miata track car. Today's focus is, like we said earlier, getting the drivetrain in. Maybe get the brakes on. Did you find the ball joints?
I found one tie rod.
Eric got a bunch of stuff for this car and Ben lost all of it.
Yeah.
Diff and drive shafts, so we can get this thing driving and not have to push it.
Yeah, I like his plan.
So yeah, I'll tell you guys when we actually start working on it instead of talking about it. So this is our layout of parts that we have to go in this thing. So we got my old VCs, got just a open diff for now, like we said earlier. Ben's got some tubular control arms he's contributing. Got my power stop brakes, thanks power stop. These are what I have on the Miata right now and they're solid. They work really well, so I'm excited to run them on this car. Sway bars, brake calipers, we got everything. So we're gonna start with the driveline / coilovers because you gotta do kind of it all at the same time. To get the axles in, you gotta drop the arms down, and that makes it easier to get the coilovers in. You guys hyped?
Super hyped, man.
Whoop whoop.
Banged up.
Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop.
Hey, just when you pee, make sure you pee in the sink, right?
Where is this
Dude,
thing?
that still cracks
Don't
me
even
up
tell
to
me.
this day. Then you're gonna do a startup, not even warm me?
Dude, I was just seeing if the battery was warmed up.
Fire her up, son. Turn it on over, son.
It's nothing to see there.
Well, they never saw it start up in the last one.
I sent him a video.
I did kind of saw it. Get it on started, son. Get it on fired up, son. Start it up now, son. Fire this race car up, boy. Woo! Okay, so we're working on the rear suspension right now. Having a struggle because I stole the washers off these VCs, which I was using these Garage Star top hats before. Is it these ones? Anyway, they're not at all meant to work with the VC design. So I had a bunch of washers stacked on top, and you need a washer for down here to hold the bottom side of the top plate. So there's like a big washer that like hooks onto the C-clip essentially and slides over, and then the top hat sits on that. But they're on my car because I use them to space out the sway bar. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's a very specific thing. I'm not really gonna be able to hodgepodge it together and find something that's gonna work. That is our dilemma currently with the rear coilovers. So I gotta figure something out there. Putting the rear control arms on. I guess, should we just throw those race lands on here for now or throw
We're
stock?
not putting race lands on this thing.
Okay, so that's what we're doing, guys. Everything but the rear BCs. Why are you so mad? Ben gets all angry and cocky when he has friends over.
I'm
trying to show
my
off.
friend David.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm so impressed.
This is what he does though. He just like films me and then it's just awkward and then he tries to get like a funny clip out of it and then he posts the funny clip.
Spline it up.
Spine it up.
Spline it up. Spline it up.
Okay, drive shaft is in, power plant frame is in. Pretty much everything drivetrain wise is in. We need to do axles. Probably do that next.
We can do that without the shocks.
Yeah.
And then hold this up then.
Yeah, we should be able to just bolt that up
Oh, okay.
once we get the axles in.
You don't need it hanging down for the shocks.
No, we can get them in because we got them in on my car. And then put the wire, clip the wiring up. Move on to suspension. Oh, also, before I forget, we have a bunch of leftover Drift Vet merch on sale on the site. I've been meaning to tell you guys for a while, but I'm really bad at promoting my own stuff. So, just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who buys merch and such. Like, it is a huge help to this channel, and we are wanting to start another project. So, any bit of merch sold helps tremendously. So, if you guys are interested in like the garage built, seat time, the no turbos, no problems shirts, we got these hats, which I really like. So, they've got like a leather patch embroidered with garage built. We got a bunch of cool stuff on the site, taylordrifts.com. Again, all merch sales really help support like our projects and make it possible. And my Patreon supporters, if you guys are interested in helping support the channel in other ways, Patreon is a huge help. I have some really awesome Patreon supporters that contribute and make such a world of difference. So I just wanted to mention that because I always forget to tell you guys that. I hate like promoting my own stuff. Just, it's weird. Looks like you guys are gearing up to battle each other. You're both putting the impact sockets on. Like,
Dallas Monkey Mechanics.
We are. It's okay. We're still searching for the ball joints, but...
Yeah, they're on there.
Oh, okay. So those are the new ones.
Rods aren't. I want to order the R package ones like you did for your
Oh,
car
okay.
anyway.
Yeah, because they're like 13 bucks.
Yeah.
So we're moving to
Just got
brakes,
the front upper arms,
which we have.
coilovers.
Yeah, I've got the coilovers, brakes. We can do front and rear brakes. Mount the sway bars, we just don't have end links. So these are power stop track day pads. They're a super affordable track pad, which is important when you're racing on a budget like us. Like, this is a super budget build. I mean, we're literally using all spare parts that me and Ben had lying around. Ben had the car, the motor, I had the coilovers, the brakes. So we're pretty much wrapping up with the rear end now. Got the axles in, upper control arms connected. Like I said, we're just waiting on the coilover. I gotta get those washers, diffs in, all that good stuff. So yeah, brakes, front coilovers.
That means you inferior, not major.
Well, we got one side of the brakes done, but Ben lost the other pair of brake pads.
Blame it on the fat kid.
We gotta get the coilovers out, or the super sick adjustable AGXs. Look at this. Look at this. Pachow.
Get to work.
You found them? Okay, got the front suspension done. I got these sick tubular control arms. Totally tubular, bruh. A 1/8 brakes with the power stop stuff. We got our BC coils. These are, like I said, my old set.
Are they digressive or
No, these aren't the digressives.
Come on, Taylor!
The digressives might be too short with the top hat that I have. David's still taking apart the rear, hasn't started putting it back together yet.
Baby
The
steps.
hell?
Baby steps. I don't work on Miatas.
All right, fair enough.
240s.
Fair enough.
This is all new to me.
New to me.
New to me.
New to me.
On a Miata.
Yeah, Ben's also new to this. This is Ben's new hog. So Ben's gonna start doing street bike wheelies and stuff on this thing.
Moto vlogging mainly.
Moto vlogging. Hell yeah.
Follow me
He's
on my
trading the
channel,
Busa for it.
Taylor
He's trading the Busa and the SSR for it. Just kidding, this is David's obviously.
Moto vlogging.
Are you moto vlogger?
I would like to see your vlog.
Whatever. Yeah. Man, I'm having fun. What's the other one?
Might be really entertaining.
Who knows? That guy just cut me off. He could have killed me. Who knows?
Yeah, but I do cool stuff like just sit at the light on limiter.
You just blow your bike up every day and use your vlog money to buy a new bike.
Join my Patreon, just blew up my Busa.
Still working on the rear brakes. Ben had to cut the dust shield off because it was a 1.6 dust shield and we're using 1.8 brakes. Because that is what I had for my car, plus they're better. So they're a little bigger.
We need the best. Okay.
We need the best. We're the best drivers in the world. So we're building this fine automobile for ourselves. Our plan is to probably run 205s to start because we're not good enough drivers for it to matter, I don't think. And once we get like consistent lap times dialed in and get comfortable with the car where we're really at the limit of the tire, then we might upgrade to some 225s for this. But the goal is really to just go beat around the track, get the car kind of figured out, get ourselves kind of figured out, learn as much as we can, and then go do like a Champ Car race, which for those of you who don't know, Champ Car used to be called Chump Car. I hate calling it Champ Car. It is basically your car. There's a bunch of rules as far as your car. We didn't really abide by the rules. Like we weren't supposed to use a newer engine and we're not supposed to have coilovers and stuff. But for us, we just want to go out there and have fun and have like a good car to have fun and do wheel to wheel. We're not worried about winning, you know, or being truly competitive. It's just more so having fun and battling other people. We will get docked points, which will essentially negate the benefits of those parts. But it's just all for fun. So that is the plan with this car. Made a lot of progress today.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
More than we have over the past 6 months.
Yeah, we haven't touched this car since our last time.
It's the last time.
If you guys haven't seen that video, you should watch it. It's one of my favorites.
That was a good day.
That was fun. That was fun. We're missing Daniel. I wish Daniel was here.
It's still a pretty good amount there. The important thing is we can drive it once we get
Soon, yeah. We're pretty close to driving it. And we've got all good brakes on it now. We'll have good coilovers on it. Like it should be solid. And we've made a lot of progress. This is literally a car just built out of spare parts. We haven't bought anything for this car.
I guess we'll end up buying.
Tires.
Seat.
No, Ben's got a seat and a bracket, and I have a harness, or he has a harness. Yeah, literally all spare parts. So let me know what you guys think of this build. Any of you who race Miatas out there, if you have any input or advice, things we should do differently, things we might want to think about doing, anything like that. I figure we might need to do brake ducting for long races for sure. Just, you know, whatever input you have, I'd love to hear it. So I guess we're gonna go ahead and end this video here. We're gonna finish up the rear brakes and then call it a night probably. So thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. Goodbye guys.